As spiritual presences, we live in a presence, not in a world. Nothing is determined by the world in our psyche, in our determination, in our force field. It's all determined from on high. We're a projection of divinity into a place of all thought form. It is a hell. There are no physical bodies, no time, no place. There's only God. In the Holy Scripture, they called it the throne of grace, or the throne of God. In other words, there is a place that's so sacred. And it's infinities, beyond infinities, apart from the everyday world. So it's only in the grasp of we who are mystically inclined, spiritually inclined to perceive that the world may be, in the infinity of God, a mistake, an infinitesimal mistake, because we're aware of endless presence throughout the day and evening hours, aren't we? We're not conditioned by the world, are we? We've never been here, were we? But we're here to learn the language, the everyday language of the thought forms of this world, and so we can help relate to those we find worthy. We're the judge and the jury. Spirituality is a presence where we're not our body or our problems or the solution to our problems. We're an answer to everything of this world that says it is a world, because it is not. There's only this purity, this kindness, this gentle, sweet, sunlit air that all spiritual people throughout time have recognized as the presence of God in their life. And there's an intelligence with it, and a certainty, and a divinity, and a humanity. Though it's endlessly more considerate and true than everything we've experienced from birth in our conditioned life. As a child, all sorts of things get us going. We're very free, and then the older we get, there's more conditioning, and then the conditioning are more thought forms put on us because we have to relate to this one, to that one. He's the baker, he's the attorney, this one's that, or someone hurt my dad, or someone did, you mean? And you get all these different groupings of thought form around you. All meditative, self-help techniques, etc., are to release you from this gathering, this collection, this scattering of thought forms that collect around us. So the more serious we are about our meditation, our private time, the more we relinquish. We're not trying to find God, we're with God. There's no doubt of that. There's no doubt that there is the throne of grace, the throne of God. From time to time, it may be 20 years apart, despite all of our thousands of visitations and visions, thousands. If you're spiritual, you know exactly what this means. Interspersed with the madness of the world and our attempts to bring some levity to it, some understanding, some wisdom, some kindness, some true, deeper communication. And that in order to free our friends and loved ones that we find worthy. And we don't have to throw a hammer at anyone to keep them away. We simply give nothing to the thought form. Whether it's demonic, satanic, it doesn't matter. Sociopathic individuals, there's people like that. So if we recognize in a split second, we don't give venue to it. Do we? We sit quietly. The day disappears into night, and many nights and years. We just want an answer from on high, from the throne of grace, because, as I'm saying, from time to time, beyond all thought, we'll see what God is seeing. It's beyond all visions and apparitions and miracles. It's beyond everything. And that's just to make us assured, to be assured that we're correct, that the world doesn't exist, that it is demonic. It's nothing to the spiritual. In and of saying that, to make it clear, we feel more pain, more trauma, more confusion, more of the horrors that afflict the whole world, the wars, the violence, the homicidal maniacs. We're aware of it. We experience it with the dead, with the living, from a distance, and from within. We're made of compassion, and light, and kindness. We never show our true colors, do we? Because we're not really here. It would seem like an ego stand, and we don't have egos, so life becomes incredibly complex for us. But we register it. We're not here or there, but we're God's fingertip ray of light at this time and place in this so-called world system, as big as it seems, and all of its history and so forth. Well, I guess you could read, there's a book called Cicero by Robert Harris, a historical novelist. I read a few of his books, and this was great. You'd see that 2,000 years ago in Rome. Everything that you'll see in politics, every thought on all sides of it, somehow it's written down, and Cicero elucidated that at that time, nothing has changed. You have despots, dictators, and you have victims, and you have users and abusers, and then you have the holy ones. They seem like a little footnote to history, but they're not. The reason we're alive is the monk up in the Tibetan mountains, sitting quietly for many years, with a divine eye moving through him, lifting us compassionately. Can you imagine such a thought? That's discipline. That's kindness. That's friendship. That's the core of true humanity. That's you. And we simply step away into the presence. And from time to time we'll see him. And from time to time we'll be him. And then you'll know the answers. There are no questions. There is a God, and there is an infinitesimal particle of nothingness called the earth, the world, history and time. But I go up in a puff. It's no more than a show at midnight on a Saturday evening. Forget the show. Remember the light. Remember the Father of lights. He remembers us, experiences all that we go through. God is our Father. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Goldman. Thank you.